with a mousing grace. And those pics include this show, obviously. To be the younger brother of the king is to stand on the shoulder of history, to peer from the wings at the main stage as an understudy. The script memorised, but never to be heard. In such circumstances, you might as well spend your time becoming the court's unofficial secretary of party fun times. In historical drama Versailles, Philippe, Louis XIV's brother, complements his courtly duties with juicy romantic escapades. These brothers were not especially similar. Louis was known as the Sun King, while Philippe was rather pale, and had he ascended the throne, he would have been called the One. Anyway, Alexander Vlahos portrays Philippe, and when he gave me an audience to discuss the first series of Versailles, which is available now on Blu-ray and DVD, we also touched on why he's proud of the show, the artwork he's been sent by fans, and the very first thing he does when he returns to modern London.
Water my plants, and then also do the dry cleaning, and maybe just have a curry. Honestly, have a curry. I've just been desperate to have a good Indian curry, and I came back, and that was the first thing I did, was went on Just Eat and was like, get me all the curry in my mouth now.
I mean, what are we talking about? Are we talking files? Are we talking...
No, see, I say curry, but my palate cannot take spicy food.
Right.
So I'm sort of a butter chicken sort of man, which you still can't get in France either.
I mean, are you craving it there? Did it get to a point where you're craving it?
They just don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't do it to the standard that we have over here. So, yeah, so I came back and did my chores like a good boy, said hello to my girlfriend, and then went, can we have a curry, please?
I read in your Twitter that you were leaving my Philippe and then full stop your Philippe behind.
Yeah,
that was quite an emotional moment. It looked like
there's something weird about giving yourself for 6 months of your life to a character. You live and breathe the person, and what you don't realise is that you have actually very little say over your performance, because it becomes, when it goes on screen, it becomes the fans' character. They own it more than you do, bizarrely. They have more opinions about your performance and about what you should be doing, or Philippe wouldn't do that, than you do, which is lovely, because it means that you have the ownership while you're filming, but then you hand over the sort of rites of passage, you hand it over when it goes on screen, you have no more say in it. So that your Philippe on that tweet meant that they have more power and more control over my character than I do. So when I was saying I've wrapped on season 2, it was like, no, you've wrapped on season 2, because it was more like a thank you for the support, basically.
That is quite generous of you to say that I hand that character over to you, having spent 6 months researching, performing and inhabiting that individual, and then allow the fans to kind of play with him.
Without the fans, there would be no show, right? So you have to give something back. And I am a firm believer that, like last night, I did a live tweet during episode 7.
I've noticed you like doing this.
And what it does is that it's not an ego thing, because it's more of a like, hey everyone, let's have a look, let's have a more of an observational view of what I'm doing, rather than being this closed-minded actor that says, well, no, that's my performance, and being quite standoff. I can pick fun at myself, I can pick fun of the characters, I can pick fun of the stories, because you then, as a person, as Alex the person, Alex the actor, or Philippe, you open yourself up to criticism, but it's also a bit of fun. You open yourself up to the audience, and without the audience, there would be no Versailles season 2. Do you know what I mean? We're here for a reason.
Do you think that its representation of a homosexual relationship, a gay relationship in history, is important because so many haven't been portrayed? They're forgotten. They're not included.
I think that's the one part of Versailles that I'm extremely proud of, is our portrayal of this gay relationship. But the funny thing is that we never say that they're gay. We never use the word homosexual. We never use the word gay in the script. No one ever says they're gay. We treat it as a love story. And that's the thing I'm most proud of, because that's the thing that people are now... There's this thing on Twitter, the hashtag #MonChevy. We've become a shipping partnership.
You're shipped.
We are shipped, but of course we're shipped, because they are actually shipped together. But there's this thing about that people see in these two guys that just so happen to be guys, a beautiful three-dimensional relationship based on truth and respect and deviance, but that's what any relationship has, and people are loving that portrayal. And also, because we're not ramming it down their throats. This is not an LGBT movement, you know. It's just a really lovely, truthful, beautiful relationship.
And have you had good feedback from?
Amazing feedback, especially in France. The French absolutely love it. Over here, it's starting to gain wind a lot, you know, and I'm just hoping that when it goes out in the States, it gets the same sort of positive reaction.
And when people get shipped, they often get sent artwork.
Oh, my Lord. Don't talk to me about the artwork.
Is it? Are we talking?
It's tasteful. It's very, very tasteful.
Are we talking portraiture? Are we talking sculpture?
We haven't got the sculptures
modelling
yet.
clay.
With plushies, toys being made for us.
What?
Yeah, plushies.
Seriously?
Little like beanbag toys of us, and yeah, which is incredible. And it's and all tasteful. People are sending pictures. But the thing is, me and Evan are terrible because we realise that there's this fan base, and rather than putting the water on the fire, we sort of put more coal and more lighting sparks and say yes, because it means that people are tuning in. It's all good for the show.
And so, at the end of series 1,
yes.
Not that we want to spoil it for anyone.
No, yeah, of course.
Philippe, is he in a place where he is going to be enjoying himself even more, or is he going to start to come into his own political arena? Is he going to grow into that role as a brother?
Yeah. Where the show is leading to, the end of season 1, the idea is that the show is based on these brothers, you know, when they're in love and when they're out of love with each other, and we push that to its extreme. And I don't want to give too much away, but something dramatic happens to Henriette, which puts the brothers at complete loggerheads and almost apart from each other, and that's kind of where we pick up in season 2. So it's all kicking off. Fireworks are happening, I tell you.
And have you and George discussed the possibility of playing other brothers in history? Could we possibly see you two as the Crays?
I would love that, but I don't think I've got any. I've got and also Tom Hardy sort of nailed that by just doing it himself. Chuckle Brothers, please let me be Paul. That's all I'm saying. You heard it here first on London Live.
And now,